Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Who is excited to be here? I'm excited for this. Oh, it is opening round of NRL, and yeah, I'm ready. I may not be fully prepared, but I'm ready for this. Give me a moment here as you guys are all getting in here. I am going to do a couple housekeeping things, like grab my link here. I'm gonna go share it in the NRL Discord. Let's see here. There we go. Copy. I'm going to open up my chat over here. Pop out chat. I'm going to go throw this in Discord. So that way, if you guys are watching the main broadcast on McNaughty, you may also see me. Driver streams. In the picture-in-picture. Drop that there. Anyways, hope you guys are all doing well tonight. Like I said, I am ready for tonight. I don't know how well I'm gonna do. There's some quick people this year in the B in Division B, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, but I'm here for the challenge. What tires are we on? No, I don't want to change the car. Let's just go out. We'll get a little bit of practice here on the softs. Let's get a little warm up. I haven't run all day. Yesterday I liked my pace though. Hey, how's it going, Oak? Yesterday I liked my pace. I don't think it's winning pace with these guys, but I think if I can pull the pace out I was yesterday, we'll do all right. Just got to get back into the zone today. It's going to be a tight race, though. These little Swifties are on this little short track. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of slipstreaming. There's a couple different viable strategies. I expect the pole to for sure be in the 14s. I haven't seen anybody. I feel like 14.6, 14.7 is about what I've seen. I don't think I've seen any mids, but I haven't been in a lot of people's lobbies. Done a lot of offline practice. I don't know that I'm going to be able to put it on top of the boards for quali. Hey, what's going on, Johnny? How you doing today? How you doing today? You ready for Saturday? Hey, Lewis. I hope you're well. I hope the reason you're missing tonight isn't anything too serious. I'm not fully set on strat yet. No. I'm kind of gonna play it by where I start. So I'm 90% sure what I'm gonna do, because I don't think I'm gonna be starting in 1 or 2. Anyways, Johnny, I'm doing pretty well. I'm excited for this race. Should be a fun one. Just hoping not to have any damage or give any damage. Okay, well, I hear you there. I mean, I'm glad it's nothing serious, so... I'm already pretty positive I'm missing... Which round is it? 3rd round? But I knew that when I was signing up, that I was going to miss 3rd round. Yeah, Lewis, that's... So, because I don't think I didn't want to have to downshift there, but... Since I don't think I'm starting up front, that's probably my play as well. I'm just not locked in. If I'm up front, I may do the soft. It's really one of 2 strats for the most part. The only reason you won't do one of those 2 strats is, like you said, damage. If you have damage, you might switch stuff up. Otherwise, it's going to be 1 or 2 strats. And without cars on the track, they're really close to identical. And yeah, with the slipstream, it is going to be definitely different. So that's what I'm probably going with. There's a chance if I start up front, I would do the soft strategy, but... I don't think I have to worry. I'm not gonna... There's gonna be 14s for sure, and I've hit 14s, but it seems like every qualifying session I hit low 15s. I just don't hit the 14s in quali. I've hit plenty of 14s. I don't tend to do it in the little qualifying time frame. So it is what it is. We gotta keep track of time. We got plenty of time right now, but yeah, the pace is just... This is a good crew. Think of how fast A is, Division A, because this is a good crew right here. I just want to have a nice race. Maybe I luck into something. I don't think I'm contending for a win, but I honestly think if we didn't have as many aliens up in A, and some of these other guys who normally would have made A, were in A, this would be the type of race I could maybe push for a win. But with all these guys, I don't think. I think I could push for a podium, though. If things go right, I think I can definitely push for a podium. But I have to a lot of things will have to break if I win. There'll definitely be some luck involved. That was bad. might hop back off after this lap. Hop in some mediums. Yeah, pens, damage, a lot of fighting. My style won't be fighting, so you'll see that here. I know what my pace should be with nobody around, so if I'm not getting that kind of pace, that's when you might see me press to try to get by and not work with somebody, but I know what my pace should be, so if we're around that pace and I can push and just hang around in the race for a while, that's what I'll be doing. 30-second pen, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna jump on, get some practice on the mediums. Hey, Richie, thank you. Hope you're having a great evening, a great Friday evening, Richie. Thanks for dropping in and dropping that like. Man, I'm gonna have to actually come and stay in one of your walk-in streams. I drop likes, but I'm gonna actually have to stay one of these days. It's been too long. All right, let's go get some medium laps in here. I was keeping medium and just, it doesn't really matter which strategy you are, your tires are dead at the end. I was staying balanced just because I could make it to the end anyways, so get some sleep whenever you pass out here, but sharp entry. Yeah, honestly, because of how this week happened, it was a crazy week for me around home. I haven't had a lot of on-track time, especially with other people. So that'll be the interesting thing early, is just being with everybody else. Break a little earlier on the mediums. Yeah, we had a crazy week here. We started last weekend with almost a foot of snow. So then my daughter had a snow day. And then they had an extra day off after that on Tuesday for an incident. And my other daughter was sick. She's just kind of getting over being sick now. My oldest had school off today just because they're heading into spring break. They gave him an extra day today. It's been a week. All right, let's focus up, find my groove. And that's not a terrible medium lap anyway, so. Yeah, I mean, I won't call myself old because I know we got plenty of older folks. But yeah, it's tough. I don't get the hours into the game anymore that I used to. I used to daily a lot more. I barely run dailies or lobbies anymore. I run NRL. I've been wanting to... Ooh. Been wanting to run some PHG, but it's just so hard to get time. I do feel like there might be a decent amount of medium runners tonight. To be the popular choice, I would guess. Just because if you do soft, you gotta, you know, you gotta be aggressive. You gotta be out front early. You gotta pull away. With slipstream, you gotta pull away. Maybe you gotta have somebody else on softs with you. And then after you pit, you gotta come through some people. So you're not gonna probably gain enough time. Yeah, it is a pretty big fall off. It's really a half and half. So there's not a lot of leeway there. It definitely is. Like I said, I think the main strat is what we've been talking about. I think a lot of people will be on that. So I don't expect to be out here on the strat myself. But yeah, I'm not planning on being too crazy. I wanna be with the pack. I want to go through that smooth like that every time. Smooth, so when I come out, I can try to not have to aggressively turn, kill the tires. Left a little bit on the table there. We got at least 15 minutes until the broadcast starts. Hey, thanks, Leo. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're well. More 15s. I feel you there. I've had myself a week, but luckily I've got enough practice in to feel okay about tonight. There was a point midweek where I was getting worried because I hadn't really gotten any laps in. Dang it. Saw that wall coming. This is a bad turn one. Hey, Arrow. Appreciate you stopping in. How you doing? Oh, okay. I realized my chat's popped out here. It's on top chat. Just kind of annoying. I had most of them, but sometimes, every now and then, it'll not give you a chat. Let's see. There's my alt livery on corridor. Let's is on. All right. So this is good to see corridors times. Running mediums. Okay. Corridor taking the other way through. Alright, how about bells? Oh, I bet the actual lobby is probably open. Me? No, I'm not. They're just gonna be dead. I will on the start. Need it on the start. Let's see here. Raise chat. Room is open. No, I'm personally not. I've made it to the end pretty consistently. Sorry, I can't talk and remember these letters. With dead tires at the end, but the times have been pretty consistent even at the end. So I am comfortable so long as I'm not fighting a lot. And my plan isn't to be fighting a lot. Lewis, yeah. I practiced the start a couple times. Without it, I was bogging down a lot. So I'm going on one to start. You got this, Arrow. But yeah, when I was practicing, zero was not working. I didn't mean to go all the way in. I just meant to check my car in for right now. Nobody's on the track yet, are they? So it's going to be interesting to see because there's a lot of guys I haven't raced against in NRL. So I don't know what everybody's pace is. Other than it seemed very competitive to get in. But I feel like Road America in the Porsche was just, it was bound to be tight margins. Road America in general is a pretty tight, like 20 minutes, it's a pretty tight window around Road America. Like it just is tight. That's a flowy track, quick flowy track. I love that track. Um, and in 20 minutes, 20 minutes is good enough. Yeah, he seems to be the quicker of the two that are in for VIP that are in this group. He was in my practice for a little bit last night. We didn't run a practice race though. Um, I know all the PDX guys are competitive and pretty quick. I know Lyric. I don't feel like I've ever actually raced against Lyric, but he's PHG, so obviously I know him. I don't know who Z Eller is. That's the only name I haven't heard of here, so I know nothing. I've raced with Bells before. Who else is here that's not here yet? Somebody on a traffic match. I just got a lot of laps. I don't want to just sit here and you guys stare at my face talking, but I got a lot of laps, so I honestly, during those laps, other than I didn't consistently hit my exact times, I was feeling pretty good about where I was. So I'm going to give it here a few minutes before I start warming up again. We can quit now to the pits. It's only a qualifying thing that we can't. Like a quali round thing we can't. Normally the other races we can quit to the pits. Captain Slow, I haven't really run against him, but he put down, I remember, he was the top time at Road Atlanta that didn't get in. He would have been in if it wasn't for Moose having an auto qualifier that jumped. Moose was behind me. I was behind Captain Slow. And Moose jumped us because he was an auto qualifier. But he was just right behind. Moose was right behind me anyways. He wasn't far off. But yeah, I know Captain Slow was technically the top time of our group. Thanks, Johnny. Said I'm just going to be out here pushing. I do think I could get a podium. We're going to have a lot go our way for a win. Crazier things have happened. But also there's a lot of unknown. Who knows? Maybe I'm underestimating where I am. I don't know. Haven't raced with this group, so I don't know yet. As always, we got the NRL mug. Watch JP here. He's coming around on his outlap. And then I'll maybe go get some more. Oh, he's on mediums. We'll still watch him. Even on mediums. I was hoping he was on softs, but also trying to get everybody's shift points. I wasn't shifting early enough for this uphill. I was trying to figure out myself, but it seems like everybody shifts pretty early for that uphill there. Because, like, if you don't shift, it just stalls. It just stalls in fourth. And not even all the way to revving out for it. Hey, thanks, TKs. Hope you're doing well tonight. Strapping in for another night of NRL action. You're leading tomorrow night, or tomorrow during the day, right? Or are you broadcasting tonight and leading tonight? I remember you were talking about it, but now I can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday. Anyways, thank you. Thanks for dropping in, as always, with that like before you get to work. Yeah, that's what I thought it was tomorrow. You're just heading in for everything else tonight. Yeah, thank you. Looking forward to tomorrow, by the way. I'm going to try to watch what I can. Tomorrow, we're dumping the kids off. I mean, technically, we're not dumping them off. They're going to be here, but we got a full date day, evening, overnight setup. It's been a while. But going to a casino near us with some friends and staying overnight. And they got a swim-up bar. Need a night out. I'm not a big gambler, but it's we've done this before with a group of friends. It's always fun to go with our buddies. Well, PDX is on. Any indication is blinker zone because for some reason PSVR hasn't they haven't updated being able to get more info in the car, unfortunately. They're still kind of stuck in basic. Alright, well, he's coming in the pit, so alright, let's go get some laps in. Let's we'll go back out on these bad boys. Hey, Bronco. All hail the Swifty. Greasy would be proud. That's all I know. Although if Greasy was back here in the NRL again, he'd be up in A. So I just cut that, didn't I? Yeah, this combo seems pretty fun, to be honest. I know next round we're not getting group cars on Friday. God, my throat is so dry. We will not get the group cars. Yeah, the Swifty really is fun here. It really is. Yeah, we're not going to get group cars next week. If I had to guess, Saturday, Division B, we'll get a group car race. And we'll get something a little more off the wall. It's kind of had that pattern the last couple seasons, I feel like. So McNaughty's kind of thrown us, every week kind of has a tamer one. And until we get to, you know, the last race of the season before the finals, it seems like everybody's is pretty crazy the last week. Otherwise, the opening weeks, it feels like we kind of flip-flop who has the tame tame combo, and we got the tame combo this week. Saturday got a little bit more off the wall, so yeah, Arrow. I think you guys will get something. You know, fingers crossed for you guys. A little more normal next week. Well, 2 weeks from now, next race, we have an off week. That's bad. You don't really want to have to downshift there. Still 15.9. Had some things to improve upon. I gotta move my pedals. They've shifted. Honestly, Arrow, that's the funny thing is, like, a lot of times going in, you see it, you dread it, and then you start running it, and a lot of times it's not that bad. There are times it is that bad, but a lot of times I end up liking it. Like, I don't know, I settle in and enjoy it. Alright, what did McNaughty even say that was really wrong? Carts were bad, and I actually missed carts. So, I miss about a race per season, it feels like. And so far, I've done well enough in the other races to make my way into the final. With this group, since it's so tight, I don't know if that'll happen this time around. But, or that season, I shouldn't say that year. I missed carts that year, and I was so happy when carts happened, and I knew I was going to miss the race. I'm like, I don't even care. This is great. You guys have fun with carts. But yeah, I hate the carts. I actually think if I was here for the carts race, I would have seriously thought about running it on controller. I just can't do it on the wheel. I hate them. I think one time in a lobby, I grabbed the controller for them though, and I didn't hate them as much. Yeah, it's probably the closest thing you can get to that feeling in this game. I agree. Alright, let's take a lap to try to hit my marks here. Broke a little more than I needed to. All right, Arrow. Yeah, no problem. I was just thinking about plugging the main show. Everybody who comes here knows about it, but I'll definitely be more silent once the race starts anyways, so... I will never fault a single person for going over to the main broadcast. Because, I mean, they put on a good show over there. It's a well-oiled machine at this point. Five minutes. I am going to finish this lap. Finish this lap and we'll put these on and then we're gonna double check obviously once he gets rolling, but gonna see first here. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing it this way. I need to do it on my phone. Here, let me go grab Naughty's channel. Come on. Got a link. Go to my own stream. And can I pin it? There we go. All right. Per usual, the pin message is the main broadcast. Make sure you go over there, drop them a like. If you feel like staying over there, I always say, you know, leave a tab open for me. If you don't have tabs, though, it ain't a big deal. But if you ever need... Hey, Grovers, how's it going? If you ever need this side of the perspective, jump on over, you know? You could always mute my voice, listen to the commentators' voices, because who really wants to hear my voice? That's right, Fishtail's in this group, too. Fishtail, Corridor, those are guys that are quick that I know, depending on the combo, I can stay with. How you doing tonight, Grovers? I hope you're well. We got some league racing action tonight. NRL that's put on by McNaughty Gaming, who's on YouTube, who's the pin message. They're live right now. How's your league been going? You just ran a race recently, right? Pretty sure I saw that popped in for a like, but I couldn't stay to to chat. If I can finish a couple places above my ranking, which right now this is by DR, which is 7th. If I can finish 5th and above, I'll be happy. I'll be really happy with the podium, though. Ooh, nice. I will definitely check that out. I enjoyed your other one with Psy. Is is that the last one? Right? If there was one in between there, I apologize for missing it. But the one with Cyrus was really good. 2 minutes. I should have grabbed a water. All right, nice. I thought so, but there's so much on YouTube. Sometimes you miss things. I definitely don't try to. I enjoy when I find you live. I enjoy that content. It was really good, but next month is a secret. Hey, Scorp, what's going on, man? You told my mom. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. My voice isn't that bad. However, when it comes to commentating, those guys do a great job over there. So, yeah, it is Grover's. It's not for lack of trying, but there's a lot going on, and I've met a lot of people that I enjoy checking in on. Nice, appreciate it. It gets hard though when there's so many, and you get busy. And sometimes you need a little bit of a break in general. Sometimes, hey, thanks, Stumpy. We're missing you tonight, man. I know you're gonna have fun tomorrow, but missing you tonight. But like, it's hard keeping up. There's a lot going on, and sometimes I need the break. I just need to be off. We're feeling all right. We're feeling all right. I think it could go well, but we'll see. I think we could pull out a good, decent finish. I'll tell you how I feel more once we get through this. Once I find out where I'm starting. Well, first time anybody said that to me, Grover, so but it makes me laugh, so that's good. Yeah, it's all just everything's simple lighting around here. I'm straight from the PlayStation streaming cameras. Hey, thanks, Joe. Hope you're well, sir. That was rough. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Stumpy. Softs will die on lap 10 to 11. Lap 1's not going to be a good one, but let's set up well for lap 2. My lap 1, turn 1 was bad. You got to have a good turn 1 just to set the whole lap up, so... was about 80%. That wasn't great, but it was better than last lap. I should be in the very low 15s though. There should be some 14s in qualifying. Too much brake there. But this should be a decent lap. I can get more than this though. Had to slow up way too much there. I didn't like that final. I didn't like that final turn. I was barely up on my time, and that final turn was, well, not the final turn, but you know what I mean. Before the pits, whatever turn number that is, didn't like it. So we'll come in for a pit now. We got less fuel. We should be good the rest of the way. Get whatever laps we can get in the rest of the way. I'm gonna burn on the way out here. All right, let's go. I really want a low 15. I need a low 15. That's not a way to set up going into turn one, but dang it. A little bit of traffic in front of me. If that's JP, we should be fine. But they both have like almost the same same livery on, so thanks, Rowdy. I lost a little bit of time there that I should have had. Oh, this isn't great. I hope he gives way. It's got to be this lap, because next lap I'm going to catch him, and I'm not. I didn't. That downshift hurt. This sucks. It's alright. That sucked, though. I knew that was going to happen, but there's nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. I was hoping he'd be like Rowdy, and on that long sweeper he'd give way, knowing I'm on a hot lap. Oh well. I had to double check. The timer up here is for the full time. Still P6, but man, if I had another lap, I could have taken time off of that. Not as many 14s as I've been seeing in practice. Yeah, I needed that one more lap with clean air. But we're starting 6th. We can work with this. We can work with this. I had more in that, though. Just sucky timing. What was it that I ended up getting? 0.25 isn't. It's all right. I should have been in the 0.1s, but. Now we race. Steady. Hoping for no damage. Steady. We're going to be a lot tighter for a lot more time than being spread out like that. So I want to stay with this front group. I'll save that personal replay for myself. I definitely had more with another lap, man. But hey, this is where we like it. Not in the back of the pack. Not in the front. Don't have to worry about the nervousness up front. Especially on a turn one or that first bus stop. But the first bus stop's going to be tight in the middle. I hope people are given a little bit of room. There'll be plenty of time to get back those tenths that we can save going through the bus stop clean. That's all I got to say. Oops, don't change car. That was if it stays that way, that was a lot of mediums, like I said. I think it's probably going to be the play for most people. Yeah, that's everybody I can see. I have, there's people behind my face that I can't see, but that was a lot of mediums. Everybody's just gonna settle in. This is gonna be a no stopper unless you get trouble. Yeah, everybody. Just checking 5,000 times I'm on the correct compound. Y'all ready for this? You didn't know you came here for the jams, did you? Jock jams. Man, we used to warm up in the gym to jock jams when I was growing up. Get some shots up. All right. Don't lose too much on the start here. I'm not going to worry about TC until we get to a straight or something. Hey, I don't have it. I have it set for not for kids, so I don't know. Blame YouTube. But hey, how's it going, Rob? Good start. That was rough. Now I really want to fight or defend back there. Thought he was gonna go. This slip seems crazy, man. I just want to be able to settle in and run damn laps without worried about getting past or pinching somebody. Alright, I need to use this now. I need those guys to fight a little bit. Let me pull up to JP without worrying about who's behind me. Every time through the bus stop, I've worried that PDX is going to make a move. It's just really hard to get in a rhythm. I mean, he had to keep trying to push me, but, you know, it's hard. Did not get away like I was hoping. There we go. JP's quick and up there by himself without any pressure, so if we can get pushed to get up there. That was a bad turn. I just can't stay consistent enough. These mid-15s aren't even bad times. Oh, that might be a pen. Dang it. Pretty sure PDX has a pen too, though. Oh, he's got a 1 second. We're going to be back in this pack now, fighting for our lives. This bus stop has been my bane, though. I hope I didn't make contact. On my end, I didn't, but there could have been some crazy... Captain Slow is kind of jumping around a little bit here. I don't want to be here. So if I hit Captain Slow at all, I'm sorry, sir. There's some net code there. Nothing happened on my end, but hopefully it was good on his end too. Oh, God. His net code. Oh, I wanted to push him down that straight. God, it sucks because now I'm right in the mix of things again. I wanted to push him down the straight. I don't want to fight right now. For one, we're not going to catch P1 without a little bit of pushing. Two, I want to get away from these guys behind me. We are this pack, though. This is the pack. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on. when they show inside like that, it is so freaky thinking they're going to take that inside corner. I don't want to ruin anybody's race. Is he on softs? I need you guys to fight back there. I just want to breathe a little bit. We have let JP get away. Couldn't move PDX. I mean, after watching me a couple times, he's got to know if I'm not defending it, I'm not going to be over aggressive there. Not right now. We still have almost half the race to go. Hey, Shelda, I think I missed you coming in. Sorry, my chat's been wild, and obviously I'm concentrating on the race too, so my bad for missing you guys coming in. The PlayStation chat wouldn't be so crappy. How much is Corridor being able to save his tires a little bit back there? Oh no! Oh, total sucks. Oh, I'm sorry, PDX. That sucks so much. He's still here at least. If you all saw that on the live broadcast, what it looked like, because like everybody on my end could see that's some... All of a sudden he was spinning. Freaking netcode. I feel so bad. Sitting here pushing him this whole race just to have that happen. Oh, that sucks. JP just off in his own land. We'll take this. We'll take number 2. I feel so bad for PDX. Thanks, Rob. Like, on my end, there was nothing there. I was trying to push him up the hill again. Man, I'm sorry, PDX. I'm glad you came back, got that third. I wanted to fight it out in the last lap, the 3 of us. So if you're out there, PDX, I know sometimes you drop in here. Man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. On my end, I literally did nothing wrong, but obviously your back end got loose. So with netcode, you must have been off to the side when I wasn't trying to even pass you. Yeah, Stumpy, that's what I'm hoping. Because I wouldn't, I wouldn't even blame him for putting in a ticket. Because from his end, especially being in VR, it probably sucks so bad. Let's save that replay because we're gonna eventually watch that. I'm gonna have interviews coming up here, so I'm gonna be muted, but I'm gonna keep you on the line. Yeah, I know it was lag. I still feel so bad. I'm so glad he held on to it and he got back in stream or back in. Oh, here he left. Yeah, Mango. I know. Like I said, it had to be lag. I feel so bad, but all right. For right now, I'm gonna keep you guys on, but I'm gonna go into. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a an interview role, so I'm gonna keep you guys on while I'm in the interview role. But yeah, if you want to hear the interview itself, make sure the pin up there. Make sure you go to that. I'm gonna go get in the booth though here. I know, Stumpy. I'm gonna have my headphones off and stuff. You guys will hear both things here once I go live. But yeah, it should go to his stream afterwards, though. I'm pretty sure it was to the stream, but if it's just to an ad, my bad. Anyways, you'll still hear part of the interview here. You might not hear the questions because it's going to be on the phone, but my interview will be at McNaughty Gaming. They're going to go through an interview podium, so yeah, that the race was fun. It was super fun. Never could quite pull away. I know, Arrow. I know, but I just feel bad. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do. And I'm sure when they review it, they might bring down the pen just because of the lag spike, but I hate that. gonna back out. I'm gonna put this in like go to like the garage or something. Put the Scapes movie on in the background. Ah, man, I feel so bad though. I'm so glad PDX still got a podium, but
Well, the beginning was I was, hoping to get a good start. I got a good start, and then with Captain Slow getting that 1 second penalty, I was like, right on, it's gonna work out. But then I also got the 1 second. But yeah, being with Sugar Shuffles and Corridor behind them through the 1 second, I was just thinking I need to get caught up, get in the slip, stick with them, and then I will find my chance to get by. They had their little tussle
it was fun.
corridor into the bus stop. That was my time to make my way through and make things happen, and I'm glad I was able to make them stick. Yeah. When I saw him dip in, I was like, oh, yes, thank you very much, because that's going to help me out, because I knew he wasn't going to make up that 31-second pit loss back up to where we were, especially fighting through the traffic. So when that happened, I was like, okay, now it's Sugar, Corridor, and myself, and we're just going to have to battle this out, and good on those guys. It was a great battle with them. And thank you, Captain Slow, for doing that. So it played in our favor. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you too. Thanks. Oh, absolutely. I mean, questions and comments. First of all, congratulations.
Oh, there we go.
Representing the
Speaker.
PDX team very well.
Yeah. Needed to find the dang speaker.
NRL racing debut. Fire the DJ horns, right? I'm sure you guys are super good going bonkers. It looked like you and Sugar Shuffles had maybe a little bit of contact there going through the S's. From our perspective, it looked like a little bit of a brown pants moment. Can you talk us through that a little bit? Yeah, going up the hill, felt the bump, and I'm in VR, so I'm looking in my mirrors, but I didn't see that happen. I did notice his car was jumping around a little bit, so I don't know if it was connection issues. But yeah, once I felt that hit, I was just praying to God that I wasn't going to totally lose out. And thankfully I didn't. I was able to catch back up and have a great battle at the end with Corridor going through the bus stop and making all that happen. And good on him for sticking with it as well. But yeah, that was definitely a brown pants moment for sure. I thought I totally lost out on that when that happened. But I got the replay. I'm gonna take a look and see what happens. We did watch a replay. I mean, it was a very nice recovery on your part, and obviously put you in a really good, opportunity to get into P3. So well done. Congratulations on your debut today. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yes, definitely go rest and relax, and hopefully you'll be chomping at the bit to see what round 2 has in store for you. So thank you so much can't for your time, wait. Tim. Yep, thank you guys. Have a good one. All right, now it's time we make our way on over to our second place finisher, NRL and McNaughty Gaming Community veteran Regitix Sugar Shuffles. How are you doing, RJ?
Doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. How are you guys doing?
Not too bad. You really gave us quite the spectacle. So, my question for you is, how does it feel to be back for yet another season of the NRL? You've been here since basically the start.
Yeah, it feels good. I mentioned it last season when I got a podium that it always brings me back to the game. If I find a little lull, brings me back, gets me pushing back on GT7 again. I do want, before we get too far, I want to apologize to PDX Sim off the bat. Uh, he mentioned seeing my car jumping around. I saw his car jumping around. My view, I went from pushing him to seeing him sideways. So it was definitely not intentional. I planned to do what I was doing every other lap, and I was going to continue pushing him. So yeah, I felt so bad after that happened. Um, so yeah, sorry off the bat. There's from the lag side, there wasn't too much I could do. Um, but I've heard from the other side of the replay, it looks like I was beside him. So I just wanted to let him know it was definitely nothing intentional, and part of the game. But my bad.
And we do respect people that can put their hands up and say, you know what, that was my fault. I apologize, and not point the fingers, and be like, well, you shouldn't have been right there. What are you doing on my lawn? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those moments. There's really nothing I could do. I was pushing him on my end, and then all of a sudden the cars were jumping, and I saw him sideways. I was so glad he caught it because I felt bad immediately, and I'm like, oh well, at least he caught it. And when he came back and fought back to P3, made me feel a little better. It took a little wind out of the P2. I won't lie, because never like seeing that happen, even if it wasn't really something I can control, other than just keeping a whole car length in front of me in case lag happens. But um, yeah, we'll move on from here. But it was fun racing with him. So.
Yeah, it looked like you had a blast. Hovercraft, any questions for RJ?
Yeah, first off, congratulations on the P2. You've been here multiple times before. You've been in this interview room multiple times before, so you're probably really comfortable in this little thing. But I just wanted to ask, when you got off the line and you saw kind of the chaos at the beginning with Captain Slow going wide, picking up a penalty, JP Scale going into the lead. What were your thoughts? What was your thoughts in the initial laps?
Off the bat, oh man, I went blank. I was just like, I was so happy that things started. It kind of opened up almost right away for me, and I got enough room to pull away, and I was the inside line that I could. I almost got to take T1 normal, because I got to swing back outside to hit the apex. So after that initial lap, I couldn't have been happier. That was the best jump and start I think I've ever had. So I was just, yeah, couldn't have been more pleased with that start.
Absolutely. I mean, you maximized everything there, and cultivated or cultivate. Accumulate. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that word. It got you a P2 at the end of the day. So congratulations on that. You drove amazingly, and hopefully I get to talk to you multiple more times this season. All right.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, and Slow-Mo, any questions for a lifelong friend of the community? You bet. RJ, first of all, congratulations. Always such a class act on and off track. You certainly exhibited that today. And if it's lag, then what can you do? You guys were racing very hard there. You talked a little bit about the beginning of the race. You really, gave yourself an opportunity to be in it the entire race. What were you guys doing back there? It looked like at one point maybe there was some bumping and grinding, but then again, did you get any good bumps from somebody that maybe we didn't catch on camera to kind of keep that pack together?
I mean, basically everybody. There wasn't a ton from my part because early on I ended up getting up front and was getting a lot of pushes. So we had a lot of pushing just to try to keep up. JP just he was gone. He didn't even need anybody. I gave some room, and we made it through every time. Could have been some bumping. I don't know. Like with the lag that happened the one time I saw it. Who knows? Maybe it happened more, and I didn't notice it. But it was overall. I had no issues. We had great pushing. We were all just trying to stay in that pack. I think until the end. Before that lag incident happened, I was just trying to stay in that pack, and I was going to keep pushing because honestly, I was out front for so long, and you tell yourself don't look in your mirrors when you're out front, but then you end up doing it constantly because the slip just kept everybody here in these cars, and I was content sitting behind PDX until the final lap. So it kind of sucked we didn't get to play that out in the final lap, the three of us. But uh, I'll take the P2 every day. So
Yeah, well done. Congratulations on the great podium finish here in our first of many races here in season 7. So look forward to getting a chance to talk to you here throughout the remainder of the season. Good luck with the rest of season 7 here, RJ.
yeah, thanks guys. Have a good one.
Thank you. You as well. You relax, and I hope you're chomping at the bit for round 2.
All right, y'all. Those of you who are still lurking, listening to whatever you can hear of the interview, I was just keeping it on for the interview. It's kind of cool to have it within my own stream, you know. So, but that's going to be it for me tonight. We'll see what happens when. And thanks, Vogs, for the congrats. You came in when I was interviewing. If you're still hanging out here, we'll see what comes. I'm sure there'll be a ticket. That what you see on the screen on their end, on anybody else's end, I wouldn't put them past putting in a ticket. Like it makes sense. I hope maybe some of the pen will come down because you can tell from my end there was nothing I could really do, but that's part of this online racing. Is lag happens, and you just deal with the consequences. I definitely didn't mean it, and I know the whole PDX crew knows I didn't mean it, but there's nothing I could do, and it's one of those things we've talked about before with McNaughty. Is he's said before, just go in the league, because like I thought about waiting up. If it was an online race, I would have waited like a daily, but like here you're gonna get pens assessed to you, and it could be time and everything. So it's like just finish your race. We'll see what happens afterwards. I'll take whatever the stewards have for me. I obviously will probably go through the whole process, but thanks, Core. Man, that was a lot of fun. I hope I didn't get into you in any of those bus stops either. Everyone was so hairy because it felt like cars were kind of jumping a little bit and trying to go through there too wide. There's a couple times I thought people were going to send it, and I let off and took a not great line. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. Ton of fun. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things. It's online racing, and I'll take whatever comes. I'm sure I'll put in a I don't know the word I'm looking for. If I get a pen, I'll probably protest it just to see if my review brings anything down. But it is what it is. That's not the way I wanted the P2. I wanted to go on the last lap. I was content. If PDX Sim couldn't tell, I was content pushing him every single lap until the end. Like I had already pushed him like 5 or 6, 7 laps. Yeah, Core, I wasn't trying to like that's the thing that with this whole situation that happened is I wasn't even trying to fight. I was just trying to push, and maybe I shouldn't even tried to push. But I was just trying to clear you somehow, hoping when I pushed him, you would maybe make a mistake and we could get a second or two and lose your slip. But I guess even pushing was a little sketchy. I mean, I didn't have the cars jump that much in any of the other laps, but that one, I mean, I guess I couldn't tell if they were jumping that much. But that one, I went for a push, and then all of a sudden I see him losing grip. I'm like, well, you know what that is, right? You know it was lag, and you must have got into him because you didn't see it on your end, so that must have been what it is. It's not like he hit a banana peel. And hey, Sal, how's it going, man? So yeah, I'll take the P2 all day. There's probably going to be some kind of pen and stewarding situation that comes with it. But again, I wouldn't blame anybody for putting it in. I'm not going to have any hard feelings no matter how it comes out because it literally was a racing incident as much as it could be for me. if you watch my input. And so it is what it is. We live with it and we move on. I hope I can get as many points possible here because I'm missing a race later in the season. So always good to put up those big points early. But that was so much fun. That was so much fun. If the tires weren't so bad, it would have been interesting to see how much, and the leg, how much we would have fought. Because I think a lot of us were kind of content pushing and not fighting too much. For one, because of the tires. You fight too much, the tires are going to die, and some of that leg. Yeah. Anyways, I appreciate everybody stopping in and the likes, hanging out. We have a week off, so yeah, I've been hoping I'll maybe stream in between, but my daughter does have spring break, so it's going to be a kind of a chaotic week. But I heard that Road Atlanta's coming dailies, and if it is, I'm going to want to get a part of that. I love Road Atlanta, so maybe I'll stream some dailies, or with a week off, I might get on T Case's Thursday NASCAR lobbies because that's always good fun, just laid back, doesn't matter, just dumb arcade style fun. So until then, I'll catch y'all later. I'm gonna go jump into McNaughty's live broadcast. I'll be chatting over there some. So, appreciate you guys. Take care. Until next time. Peace.